at 6, the Target 12 investigators have new details on a battle involving a state trooper and his bosses.
Claims that state police brass tried to coerce the officer into changing a background check are called meritless by one of the accused.
Target 12 investigator Walt Buteau joins us now with the exclusive interview.
The lawsuit alleges there was a gaping split between brass and a trooper who conducted a 2018 background check involving a recruit with state police family ties. 3 high-ranking state police officers are accused in a lawsuit of trying to force Lieutenant Michael Casey to change a background check involving a recruit who was the son of a retired state police captain. Co-defendant Joe Philbin, who retired in October as third in command, calls Casey's claims meritless.
I actually don't want the case dismissed now. I want Mike Casey and his attorney to get in front of a judge and explain these accusations.
According to the lawsuit, the background check involved Garrett Demers and revealed he had nearly 30 police contacts, including an arrest in Massachusetts. Philbin tells us after Casey discovered the recruit did not disclose the arrest, it was over. You told Mike Casey that directly?
Several times. As soon as he told me that applicant Demers had failed to disclose an arrest years ago, he was out of the process. That's why we have a background investigation.
The lawsuit also claims a 2011 background check involving another recruit was actually changed.
The 2 backgrounds that are called into question by Mike Casey, neither of the applicants made it onto the state police. If they become troopers, then you might have a story there. Neither one of them made it through the process, and neither one of them are troopers today.
According to state records, Garrett Demers was employed as a legislative aide for the General Assembly at the time he was a state police recruit. Demers received a bump in pay up to $45,000 a year this month when he was hired as an assistant clerk with the House Judiciary Committee. The House Speaker's spokesman has not responded to a request for comment on the Demers police contact claims. Casey's attorney also has not responded to a request for comment. Philbin said no one from the General Assembly approached him about helping Demers. Casey returned to work last week after 16 months on sick leave for what the lawsuit stated was stress caused by a hostile work environment. With the Target 12 investigators, Walt Buteau, Eyewitness News.